Past 9 o'clock, and folks, you realize on Sunday mornings, 11 o'clock, Sheree Clark is on. Fork in the Road is on starting last Sunday. You can check it out all of the second season through December. So if you missed any of the episodes last time they ran, the first time they ran, well, you have a chance to see them again. Some really cool recipes on there. And then last week, we found out there was a mystery person who was going to go through a healthy journey. And that mystery person just so happened to be our very own Jason Parkin. And he's over in the Wood Harbor kitchen right now with Sheree, and you have some more deliciousness.
We do, and everything Sheree's brought on has been really good. I'm not lying on this show. I know you're thinking, oh, it's got vegetables in it, it's raw. Everything's, I mean, the brownies are good, right? I'm not lying. Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up from Jackie.
Thumbs up. So today we're going to talk about a little something else. We're going to talk about kind of almost another staple of what I've been doing, and that's a smoothie.
We are. And first I want to review for you what we talked about last week. And last week we had a little pact, and we agreed that even if you got takeout food you weren't going to eat out of a styrofoam container, that it would be ideal to put it on a plate and sit down, not read the paper, not scroll
look at
through.
your phone,
right, exactly.
Which is the hardest thing for me.
Yep. And so enjoy your meals and do that. We talked about visioning and vision boards and being clear about what your goals are so that you know why we're doing this. And it's not just, oh, to get into my skinny jeans, because while I know you want to do that, there are other goals in mind. And so
I want to make it clear that I don't have skinny jeans. Nor will I ever have skinny jeans.
You told me off camera that you did.
Yes, and a vision board is a collection of images that kind of remind you of why you're doing this and what you're doing it for.
It can be any way that you want it, just so long as it depicts, it's kind of like your reminder of this is what I'm in this for.
Right.
Okay, and then we talked about juicing, and you told me you were going to buy a juicer.
Did buy a juicer, and it's actually fun to just throw stuff in that thing and watch it, chew it up, and turn it into everything I've had is, I don't think you can go wrong.
No, you can't. And if you do go wrong, I found that if you put in a little ginger or an apple or a lemon, it covers up a multitude of sin.
Yeah, I've done cucumbers, celery, apples, carrots, blueberries, pea pods. We had some people.
Yes.
I mean, it's just fun. It's fun to do, and it tastes great. So.
Well, the thing I'm excited about is that you're doing a lot of vegetables. A lot of people get hooked in the fruit cycle, and fruit's great, but let's be heavy on the vegetables, just like what you're doing.
Sure.
So today we're going to talk about, let's go to the next step, and let's go from juices to another kind of a meal replacement thing, and that's a smoothie.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people do smoothies, and a lot of people do things like banana strawberry. That's kind of the old standby.
Sure.
I want to talk about how I'm going to deconstruct a smoothie for you, and before I do that, I'm going to have you taste one that I created for you.
It looks so good.
Doesn't it look wonderful?
Jeez.
And what I'm going to do before then, because I don't have a straw for you, I'm going to give you a spoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to garnish your smoothie with some of the ingredients that are in there.
All right.
And so you might have guessed that there's already, you know that there's blueberries, and you know that this is shredded coconut. So those are two of the ingredients that are in there.
I'm telling you, so good. And it sticks to you.
It does, and this is
Keeps you
32
full.
ounces, and I'm going to tell you, you have my permission to consume that entire thing. That's your meal. Yeah.
High five.
I thought you'd be happy.
No.
Okay, so if you want to make your own smoothie, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's in yours, but I want to talk about smoothies in general and how it is that you make those.
Okay.
You start with a liquid base, and in your case, the liquid base that I used is actually, I used a fresh young coconut, and this is a fresh young coconut, and we've opened these together on the show before with a Cocoa Jack. So what's inside is water, coconut water, and then coconut meat. I combined those, put those in the bottom of the blender. That became the base.
Okay.
You can also use packaged coconut water.
Not as fresh, but
right, but it's second choice.
Okay.
You could use the juice that you're already making in the kitchen.
Right.
You could use a tea, like if you use peppermint tea and you made a chocolate smoothie, you'd have a chocolate peppermint, mint chocolate peppermint soup smoothie. So you can use any number of liquids. The next thing that we're going to do is then add something with some viscosity to it. I like to use frozen banana.
frozen banana.
Frozen bananas. Peel them first. Let them get blacker than this. Peel them, put in the freezer, add those to your smoothie. It gives it coldness. It gives it thickness. It gives it some sugar because you've let it get sweet, and that's a really wonderful thing. If you don't have bananas and you want to do this instead,
avocado.
Yep. Take the skin off, take the pit out, just the flesh.
Okay.
Creamy, smooth, really wonderful.
Okay.
Other additions would be some greenery.
Right.
And I put some spinach in your smoothie.
And I know people out there might be wrinkling their nose, but honestly I can't taste it.
I know.
And I put kale and celery, and it doesn't make it. I mean, it's good for you.
Yep. And here's the thing: if you're going to serve it to kids, the blueberries hide a lot of things. So smoothie, blueberry, you can hide romaine lettuce, spinach, any of those kinds of things. Now let's talk about if it's not sweet enough for you. What do? I don't want you to add a lot of sugar to your diet.
I never add sugar, no.
Good.
I don't need it.
But if you need sugar, if you need something a little sweeter, let's say that for some reason you wanted to ramp it up a little bit, you could use a liquid stevia, and I've got one right here that's got it's vanilla flavored, which adds a little bit of nice a flavor to that. Or you could use, even better than using stevia, would be a whole food. A date.
Dates.
And to open the date, you just tear it, throw the pit away. You don't want the pit in the blender, and that would be that.
Okay.
You can change the flavor, add a sweetness hint by adding cinnamon.
A little cinnamon.
And cinnamon would go great with blueberry. So,
Would it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, cinnamon has some properties that are beneficial, right?
Yes. Cinnamon, especially for people with diabetes or any blood sugar issue, it really helps to manage that. So it tastes good. It makes you think it's sweeter, because what do we use cinnamon for typically in the U.S.?
Well,
desserts.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
This will work for sweetness too, won't it?
Oh, no. Oh, where's the hook? Please, no. Oh, my goodness.
I had one of those yesterday because he had, and I had that taste in my mouth. I still have that taste in my mouth.
It's bad news.
Oh, it is bad news.
Lou. Okay.
See what I deal with?
I'm telling you. If we want to add fiber, and fiber's a great thing, helps us stay full, adds some, again, thickness. Oatmeal is a great option.
Okay, I never thought about that.
Chia seeds are wonderful.
I do that.
Ground flax seeds is another option. Fabulous things. Now let's talk about really quickly what we can do if we want to be, we're interested in supplementing.
Okay.
Bee pollen, local bee pollen. You mentioned to me that sometimes allergies are an issue for you.
Not bad, but yeah.
Local bee pollen, and this is local, added to your smoothies, awesome. And it really does help manage those symptoms. It's almost like a homeopathic remedy. It makes you feel a little bit better, and it keeps you going, and you try it.
Okay.
Then you can buy some things like acai powder. You can buy pomegranate, some wheatgrass juice, any of those kinds of things. And then a lot of times people will ask me about protein powder.
Right.
I do add protein powder. I did add this ingredient actually to your smoothie today. This is Sun Warrior Blend. I used a vanilla, and it gives it almost like a cake-like taste.
Now, I've been using this because you wanted me not to use whey to stay away from the gluten.
Right.
And it's expensive, but it goes a long way, I've found.
Right, and it wasn't gluten that I'm asking you to say with whey. It's because that's a dairy product, so it's the casein. So, and this has got protein. It doesn't have sugar in it. And it's got a lot of different additives that you'll find helpful. The important thing, Jason, and for viewers everywhere, read the label. Make sure that you're getting pure ingredients, preferably organic. Make sure that you know what it is you're adding to your container and your dish and your body.
That's some great tips here, Sheree. Thank you very much. So this is a great way to get a ton of nutrients in a small package and keep yourself full instead of having and we love donuts, but donuts or a cinnamon roll in the morning. I do the smoothie thing, and I found it works great for me. So.
I thought you would.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yep. Well, you
Sheree Clark.
keep going with what you're doing.
Yeah, it's working well. I'm down 9 pounds and feeling good.
Awesome.
What's your website?
www.fork-road.com. And remember to watch us on Sundays at 11 here on KCWI for the Fork in the Road with Sheree Clark.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm meeting with you later today. She's supporting me, helping me along this path, and I need it. We've got much more coming up on Great Day Brian Duffy in a little bit, so stay tuned and be careful.